Hello, everybody. My name is Vivek Singh, and I have a PE in computer science and engineering. I also hold a diploma in advanced computing. I'm working as a software engineer in the Mumbai level 5 company for the past 6 years. Yes, 6 years. I'm working in the same role. And do you know the reason why? That is because I have a debilitating condition called stammer. There are various things which has hampered my growth in this company. Let me list some of them in front of you. The first point which I would like to touch upon is stuttering being perceived as a sign of lack of self-confidence and intelligence. Besides the fact that I am a qualified computer engineer, I have a CDAC from a college of good repute, and I have been selected into my company through campus selection process. You decide. The second point which I would like to highlight here is finishing my sentences. Sometimes it takes 20 to 30 seconds for me to get the words out. People often feel the need to jump in, finishing my sentences. They, in fact, put their words in my mouth. In fact, in the sense that they don't allow me to express myself. Instead, they presume something and they impose it upon me. I find it very frustrating. As a result, I often keep quiet. After all, nobody seems to take it seriously. The third point which I would like to highlight here is team meetings, where my managers don't encourage me to speak up. Well, most of my managers I've worked with don't encourage me to speak up in team meetings, and that is because they feel that they are doing me a favor by not putting me on the spot and causing me pain, discomfort and embarrassment. Well, I know I have an issue putting my point across, but I do have some very valid contribution to make. So I don't agree with that approach at all. The fourth point which I would like to highlight here is coming unprepared for the task at hand. Well, my stuttering can sometimes give the impression that I have not come well prepared for the task at hand. For instance, presentations and team meetings. But on the contrary, I know that I have issues in making myself heard. So I put in that extra effort which normal so-called fluent people wouldn't. And I come even more prepared than most of my counterparts. So again, I don't agree with this concept that I don't come well prepared for any task in hand. The fifth point which I would like to highlight here is verbal science interaction. Most of my managers, they don't put me in front of the offshore tribes. They cover me up. I mean, they feel that since I have a stuttering impediment, I will not be able to convince the clients in a way that they would be happy. So I feel they are more concerned towards always projecting a perfect image, a perfect face in front of the client. Even though I have so many years of experience and so much of knowledge which goes begging, and somebody else is asked to speak on my behalf, which I feel is absolutely wrong. The sixth point which I would like to highlight here is ignoring my presence. Well, I've always noticed when two people are talking to themselves, they often tend to ignore that I am standing there as if I don't exist. It causes me a lot of pain and discomfort. I often feel that I'm a misfit, and sometimes it can really get me down. The last point that I would like to highlight here is I am more often or not, I feel that I am overlooked on opportunities. How else can you explain that I'm working in the same role for the past 6 years, whereas the rest of my peers have been promoted? I see that people just can't see me beyond my stutter. So, isn't there a solution which can solve my problem? Will you hire me in your organization and treat me as an equal? That's the question. Thank you.
Good evening. So we had a few clarifications from Vivek, because we were wondering, has he really spoken up that he's feeling excluded? Has his team members really moved up the ladder compared to him because of a different set of skills, etc.? So he did give us a lot of clarification on that he was very clear in terms of what really is required to take him to the next level, and that he has been very vocal about his needs to be included in team meetings and in client meetings, etc. So once that was clarified, then our team really discussed in terms of what are some of the risks that the organization and the teams are going through, because they are not including him and really, not being able to take him to the next level. So one of the things which really came across is probably the reputational risk that the company is taking by not being inclusive. One, as employer of choice, because today he might be in the company because he hasn't got the next best opportunity. So he's probably waiting for a better company with a more inclusive approach, and he would jump. So you would lose out in terms of the reputational risk. And if he's standing in front of such a public platform and saying that this is what I'm going through. So it won't be just for people with disability who would look at that organization in a not very happy manner, but it could also probably affect the future clients of that organization. And this could happen not just because he's talking in a public platform, but when you do have client visits, and if this is the behavior of the team members, and the client sees that you're not inclusive, you're probably putting your company at risk with the client themselves. Moving forward in terms of the real inclusion dividend really, we thought, so we had this breakup in terms of what can the individual do, the team do, and the organization do. We do feel that Vivek has done a lot of stuff in terms of how to make himself heard and inclusive. But in terms of some suggestions, what we had, Vivek, was really to have a fair talk with everybody in terms of some of the managers who've included him and the managers who've not included him, really understand what their fears are from, and also suggest some alternative ways of communicating in team meetings. Like for example, if you had 4 team meetings in a month, can one of the team meetings be through a chat session so that he will feel equally included? So that was one of the thoughts we had. And really sit down and work with his manager in terms of what is really some of the barriers to his promotion and how it cannot be based only on biases and just their opinion about what they feel about his stuttering only. It has to be based on skills and competitiveness. In terms of the team, I think one of the biggest dividends that the team should really take back and include in their behaviors is that they should really allow him to speak for himself, because as we all saw, he can communicate brilliantly and converse with us equally well. It's really amazing. And also position him for his expertise to the managers and to the clients and not position him for his disability. Because from what we understood, he's an expert right from design to architect level of development. So really position his expertise to the client, and as a team doing that will include him in a much better way. In terms of the organization, we felt that the organization really requires a lot of effort to be put in, both from leadership messaging, not only internally to the company, but also to the client base, that there is focus on diversity and inclusion. We really want to ensure that we tap the potential of an expert person as Vivek, and also encourage inclusive behaviors. So one of the examples we had was sometimes in conversations, whether a person has a disability or not, we are in a rush to complete sentences of other people. So probably bring in a little bit more sensitization of generally respecting each other and giving time for each other. So that's what we had.
Everything that we have summed up covers everything. But I just want to clarify one thing, that I see this problem at team level and not at the organization level. I mean, it has got something to do with the, should I say, in the mindset. So that has to change. I mean, at the organization level, my company has called so many speech therapists, psychologists. I haven't counseled so many times. I even done a self-help group of represent my company. So that way my company has been very inclusive. But the problem comes down to the team level, the work level.
We were talking about sensitization for your team rather than...
Yes, agreed. I just wanted to clear this out to everybody.
One suggestion I have first. There's an insider outsider. There's an insider and outsider bias. So if you can have someone from that insider's team and lobby for you with the manager, I think that will probably accelerate the process.